Cruise shows, no longer free, more lines jump on the trend. Remember when cruise entertainment was as free as the ocean breeze? When you could catch 3 Broadway shows in one sailing without spending an extra dime? Well, cruise lines have discovered a new cash cow, and it's sitting right there in the theater seat next to you. Today, we're exposing the shocking trend that's quietly spreading across the cruise industry, charging for shows that used to be completely free. Some lines are being sneaky about it. Others are just slapping a $75 price tag on what used to be included. And wait till you hear what Norwegian just did to save money on entertainment. It's not what you think. We're talking surprise fees, disappearing Broadway shows, and premium seating charges that nobody saw coming. Plus, I'll reveal which cruise lines are still keeping everything free, and more importantly, which ones are about to jump on this money-grabbing bandwagon. Stick around for number 7 because that's where things get really interesting. One cruise line is charging passengers just to participate in a game show they could watch for free on TV at home. Let's dive in. Number 1, the MSC Cocktail Trap. Let's start with MSC Cruises and their sneaky little trick that's catching passengers completely off guard. You walk into the Carousel Lounge, excited to see Rock Circus or House of Houdini. The usher greets you with a smile and then drops the bomb. You need to buy a cocktail package to enter. That's right, not just a drink, an entire cocktail package. Here's how they get you. MSC doesn't technically charge for the show. Oh no, that would be too obvious. Instead, they require you to purchase drinks to watch the performance. It's like saying a movie is free, but you have to buy a $30 bucket of popcorn to get in. One passenger reported being turned away at the door after waiting in line for 20 minutes because they didn't have the drink package. Another couple said they paid $45 just to watch a 40-minute show they thought was included. But here's the kicker. These aren't even special premium shows. They're the ship's regular nightly entertainment, the kind every other cruise line includes for free. MSC is essentially holding your entertainment hostage behind a paywall of alcohol. And if you don't drink, too bad. You're paying for cocktails you'll never consume just to watch a show you already paid for in your cruise fare. Number 2, Virgin's $75 theater seats. Virgin Voyages came out swinging with their no nickel and diming promise. They bragged about their always-included luxury model. No gratuities to worry about, Wi-Fi included. Even fitness classes are free. Sounds amazing, right? But then they pulled a fast one that nobody saw coming. Their show, Another Rose, will cost you up to $75 for premium seating. $75 for one show on a cruise you already paid for. Booth seating? That's $65. Even the cheap seats in the balcony cost $55. And this isn't some touring Broadway production with celebrity performers. It's their regular onboard show with the ship's own cast. What makes this especially painful is that Virgin marketed themselves as the anti-cruise cruise, the one that wouldn't nickel and dime you like those other guys. Yet here they are, charging more for a single show than most cruise lines charge for a week of specialty dining. One reviewer called it a betrayal of everything Virgin claimed to stand for. Another said they felt tricked into thinking Virgin was actually all-inclusive. Number 3, Norwegian's disappearing Broadway shows. Now, Norwegian Cruise Line took a completely different approach, and honestly, it might be even worse than charging for shows. They're just getting rid of them entirely. In 2024, NCL announced they were axing most of their Broadway productions. The Donna Summer musical? Gone. Kinky Boots? See ya. Six? Goodbye. Footloose? Not anymore. CEO Harry. Summer actually admitted the truth in an investor call. He said guests rated their cheaper, non-Broadway shows higher anyway. Translation: why pay Broadway licensing fees when we can produce our own shows for a fraction of the cost? They went from 6 Broadway shows across their fleet to just 2, Beetlejuice and Jersey Boys. Former cruise director leaked that each Broadway show costs the cruise line between $1 and $3 million per year in licensing fees. By cutting these shows, Norwegian saves tens of millions annually. But here's what really stings. They didn't lower their cruise prices after removing these premium shows. You're paying the same fare for less entertainment. It's like ordering a combo meal and finding out they removed the fries but kept the price the same. Number 4, Cunard's Premium Show Experience. Cunard Line is going full British aristocrat on us with their Queen Anne ship. Their Bright Light Society venue charges $20 per person for shows like Fizz, which is basically a burlesque show, and to Noir, an interactive murder mystery. $20 might not sound like much compared to Virgin's prices, but here's the context that makes it worse. Cunard passengers already pay premium fares. We're talking thousands more than mainstream cruise lines. These aren't budget cruisers looking for deals. They're paying top dollar expecting a luxury experience. And now Cunard's asking them to pay extra for entertainment that used to be part of the whole refined British cruising package. They try to justify it by including a glass of champagne and a souvenir program. A program like we're at a 1950s theater production. One guest calculated that their family of 4 would spend $80 plus the champagne they didn't want just to watch one show. That's on top of their $12,000 cruise fare. The same guest noted that on their previous Queen Mary 2 sailing, all entertainment was included. The times they are a-changing and not for the better. Number 5. The secret $6 band charge. This one's flying under the radar, but passengers are starting to catch on. Several cruise lines are now charging cover fees for live band performances in their lounges and bars. We're not talking about special guest performers or celebrity acts. These are the ship's regular house bands, the ones playing in the atrium or the jazz lounge. Norwegian passengers reported surprise $6 entertainment fees appearing on their bills for watching bands in venues that used to be free. $6 doesn't sound like much until you realize you're getting charged every single time you stop to listen to music. One couple said they racked up $72 in band charges over a week without even realizing it. They thought they were just enjoying the atmosphere. The sneaky part? There's often no sign, no announcement, nothing warning you about the charge. You sit down, order a drink, enjoy the music, and boom, entertainment fee on your SeaPass. Some ships are even charging for the poolside steel drum bands. You know, the ones you can hear from your balcony anyway? Yeah, those. Number 6. Deal or No Deals entry fee. Celebrity Cruises found a creative way to monetize game shows. Want to be a contestant on their Deal or No Deal game show? That'll cost you an entry card. The prices vary by sailing, but passengers report paying $20 to $30 just for the chance to maybe get called on stage. Think about that for a second. You're paying money to possibly participate in a game show where you might win money. It's gambling on gambling. And if you don't get called, too bad. Your entry card is non-refundable. You just paid $30 to watch other people play a game. Here's the really insulting part. Watching the game show is free, so you can sit there and watch other passengers play, knowing you could have been up there if only you'd forked over the cash. One frustrated guest said it felt like pay to play at its worst. Another mentioned that on previous cruises, audience members were chosen randomly for free. Now it's whoever has the deepest pockets. Number 7. The incredible shrinking showtimes. Here's a trend that's harder to spot but equally infuriating. Cruise lines aren't just charging for shows, they're making them shorter while keeping the same production value claims. Broadway shows that should run 90 minutes are cut down to 60. Production shows advertised as spectacular are over in 45 minutes. Norwegian's new strategy is particularly clever. Their CEO admitted they're focusing on shows that are more engaging and shorter in duration. Translation: cheaper to produce and faster to turn over audiences. Instead of one long show, they can run 2 shorter ones, doubling their bar sales in the theater. Royal Caribbean still includes their shows for free, but passengers notice they're not getting the full Broadway experience anymore. Cats is missing entire songs. Grease has been trimmed by 20 minutes. They're giving you less while claiming it's the same. It's shrinkflation hitting the high seas. One theater buff calculated that the cruise version of Mamma Mia was missing 6 songs compared to the original. That's nearly a third of the show, just gone. Number 8. The package bundle trap. Now, cruise lines are getting really creative. Instead of charging for individual shows, they're bundling entertainment into expensive packages. Princess Cruises' Premier Package at $80 per person per day includes reserved seating at production shows. Wait, reserved seating? For shows that used to be first come, first served, and totally free? Here's how this scam works. Technically, the shows are still free, but if you want a decent seat where you can actually see the stage, better buy that package. Otherwise, you're stuck in the nosebleeds or standing in the back. It's creating a 2-tier system where package buyers get the real experience and everyone else gets leftovers. Norwegian's More at Sea works the same way. They're not charging for shows directly, but they're making the experience so much better for package buyers that you feel like a second-class citizen without it. Priority entry, better seats, even exclusive shows only for package holders. One passenger said it felt like cruise ship segregation based on who paid extra. Number 9. The future they don't want you to see. Here's where it gets really scary. Industry insiders are already talking about what's coming next. Dynamic pricing for shows, just like airline seats. Popular shows on sea days could cost more than performances on port days. Saturday night comedy shows might be $30, while Tuesday matinees are $10. Some executives are floating the idea of subscription models. Pay $199 for an entertainment pass that covers your whole cruise. Sounds reasonable until you realize that used to be called your cruise fare. They're literally charging you twice for the same thing. There's even talk of premium production shows featuring guest celebrities or enhanced special effects, available only for additional fees. Imagine paying extra to see the full version of a show while regular passengers get the budget edition. It's already happening on Virgin, and other lines are watching closely. Who's still keeping it free? Let's give credit where it's due. Royal Caribbean, despite all their other nickel and diming, still includes all their Broadway and production shows. No charges, no packages needed, completely free. Disney Cruise Line, shocking nobody, includes everything because they already charged you a fortune up front. Carnival keeps their playlist production shows free, though don't be surprised if that changes soon. They're already testing premium seating sections on newer ships. Holland America includes their music walk performances in B.B. King's Blues Club without cover charges. For now. But here's the thing. Every cruise line watches what the others get away with. When MSC started charging for comedy clubs through drink requirements and passengers didn't revolt, everyone took notice. When Virgin's $75 show fees didn't tank their bookings, executives started doing the math. The hidden cost nobody talks about. Beyond the actual charges, there's a psychological cost to all this nickel and diming. Remember when you could spontaneously decide to catch a show? Now you're doing mental mathematics. Is this show worth $20? Should we skip it and save the money for tomorrow's port? The magic of cruising is dying one fee at a time. What used to be a carefree vacation, where everything was included, is becoming a constant series of financial decisions. Former cruise director told me passengers are more stressed now than ever before. Always worried about hidden charges, always checking their CPAS balance, always wondering what else will cost extra. The saddest part? New cruisers don't even know what they're missing. They think paying for shows is normal because that's all they've ever known. They don't remember when cruise ships were floating all-inclusive resorts where your biggest decision was which free show to watch tonight. What you can do about it. First, vote with your wallet. Book cruise lines that still include entertainment. When you fill out that post-cruise survey, hammer them on entertainment charges. Be specific. Tell them you chose their competitor because of free shows. Second, research before you book. Don't trust marketing speak about included entertainment. Ask specifically which shows cost extra. Check recent reviews from actual passengers, not travel agents who get commissions. Join Facebook groups for your cruise line where people share the real truth about charges. Third, if you're already booked, set an entertainment budget and stick to it. Don't let FOMO make you overspend on shows that frankly aren't worth Broadway prices. That's $75 Virgin charges for another rose. You could see an actual Broadway show in New York for less. Remember, every dollar you spend on what used to be free is a vote telling cruise lines this is acceptable. It's not. The cruise industry made record profits in 2024, up 30% from pre-2019 levels. They don't need to charge for shows. They want to because they can. The bottom line, look, I get it. Cruise lines are businesses. They need to make money. But there's a difference between reasonable profits and greedy cash grabs. When you're already paying thousands for a cruise, being nickeled and dimed for entertainment that was always included feels like betrayal. The worst part is they're not being honest about it. They advertise Broadway-style entertainment and nightly shows like they're included, then hit you with fees at the door. It's deceptive, it's frustrating, and it's ruining what makes cruising special. So there you have it. 9 ways cruise lines are turning free entertainment into a profit center. Some are being sneaky about it, others are just brazenly slapping price tags on everything. But now you know what to watch for, which lines to avoid, and how to fight back. If this video opened your eyes to what's really happening with cruise entertainment, smash that like button and subscribe for more cruise industry secrets they don't want you to know. And comment below with Cruise Smart if you're as frustrated as I am about these entertainment charges. What's the most ridiculous fee you've encountered on a cruise? Share your horror stories below. Knowledge is power, and together we can push back against this nickel and diming nightmare. Until next time, stay smart, stay informed, and don't let them charge you for what should be free.